Have you ever noticed something everyone else completely missed? Or realized the truth long before anyone around you did? If that sounds familiar, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's discover why. Have you ever entered a room and felt the air change before anyone spoke? A chair slightly turned, a smile held too long, a silence gathering at the edges. Some people notice these signals instinctively, not because they are mysterious, but because their minds are trained by experience to compare, connect, and question. What feels like being different may be a quiet strength, pattern recognition shaped by attention, empathy, and memory. History often rewards those who observe patiently before they act. And when this perception is guided by humility and critical thinking, it becomes something powerful. Where does it begin? To notice more is often to feel more. A glance that breaks too quickly, a voice that softens at the wrong moment, a room where laughter hides tension. These details can arrive all at once. While others pass through untouched, the observant mind keeps sorting, comparing, testing. It may sense dishonesty or pain before there is proof, and that uncertainty can become exhausting. But awareness is not the enemy. When joined with emotional intelligence, patience, and rational thinking, it becomes discernment instead of anxiety. The gift is learning what to hold and what to release. Now, we explore that balance. Nikola Tesla offers a striking example of what the trained mind can do. Historical accounts describe him visualizing machines with unusual clarity, building them inwardly, rotating their parts, testing their motion, and refining flaws before metal touched a workbench. This was not magic. It was exceptional imagination joined with memory, discipline, and pattern recognition. Tesla seemed able to see possibilities hidden inside problems, the way an architect sees a building in empty space. Some people carry a smaller version of that gift, sensing solutions before others know where to look. To understand it, we must look deeper into the mind. The brain is a pattern-seeking instrument, endlessly comparing the present with everything it has stored before. For some people, this process seems unusually sharp. They notice a nervous hand, a repeated excuse, a shift in tone, or two distant events quietly lining up. Later, when the outcome appears, it can feel as if they predicted the future. But the explanation is more grounded and more fascinating. Observation feeds memory, experience gives context, and the unconscious mind connects fragments faster than speech can follow. What looks like intuition may be intelligence working below awareness. But this ability has another side, too. Many observant people learn to question themselves long before they learn to trust what they notice. They hear, "You're overthinking," "You're imagining things," or "You're too sensitive," until their own perception starts to feel like a burden. Yet careful attention often proves accurate with time. The hidden tension surfaces, the inconsistency becomes clear, the truth finally catches up. Being sensitive does not mean being weak, and noticing patterns does not mean inventing them. These qualities need grounding, not shame, patience, not dismissal. When perception is understood, it can become wisdom. But how do we separate insight from assumption at all? Heightened perception can feel like an internal radar, quietly scanning the spaces between words, gestures, and events. It is not prophecy, and it does not make anyone infallible. It simply means certain minds detect warning signs, opportunities, emotional cues, and subtle changes a little earlier than others. In relationships, this can create deeper understanding. In leadership, it can reveal what a team is afraid to say. In creativity, it can uncover connections waiting to be shaped. In decisions, it can prevent careless mistakes. But the radar works best with wisdom, humility, and evidence. Next, we examine how to refine it. Leonardo da Vinci did not see the world in separate rooms. Art led him to anatomy, anatomy to movement, movement to engineering, and engineering back to nature. His notebooks reveal a mind constantly asking how wings, rivers, muscles, machines, and light belong together. He was not supernatural. He was relentlessly curious, patient, and willing to study what others overlooked. Because he connected distant fields, he imagined designs and questions that seemed to reach beyond his century. Innovation often begins this way, with one mind noticing a bridge where others see a wall. Now we turn to the habits behind vision. Many people who feel different spend years trying to become less aware, as if their sensitivity were a flaw to hide. But some minds are simply more observant, more reflective, more willing to pause where others rush past. That does not make every impression true or every suspicion meaningful. It means their attention deserves respect and discipline. Trust what you notice, but test it gently against reality. Stay humble, stay curious, and let evidence sharpen perception into understanding. Difference becomes strength when it is guided by honesty. Next, we explore how this awareness can be trained without losing peace inside. The greatest danger is not noticing too much. It is learning to silence what you notice because others are uncomfortable with it. When personal observations are dismissed again and again, confidence can shrink. Independent thinking becomes cautious. Creativity waits for permission. A person may stop asking the questions that once made them insightful. Yet awareness does not require certainty. It asks for balance. Observe carefully, think rationally, compare your impressions with evidence, and keep learning from experience. The goal is not to be right instantly, but to become honest over time. And from that honesty, our final lesson begins now. Perhaps humanity's greatest superpower has never been magic, but attention. Across history, progress often began when someone noticed what others passed by. A pattern in the stars, a rhythm in nature, an injustice in society, a possibility inside failure. These moments were not miracles. They were acts of observation shaped by curiosity, knowledge, empathy, and the courage to keep learning. Your perception can grow the same way, quietly, patiently, through every question you dare to ask. So protect the way you see the world, because your unique perspective may be the light that reveals what comes next for us all.